Hi guys, my name is Stanley and I really caught the investing bug way back in 2006. And since then, I have been studying the history of great investors on both their life and their investing style and what makes them so special. And one fascinating character that I learned about is T Sirichai, the co-founder of Value Partners Group, now one of the largest fund management company in Hong Kong. And I think his life philosophy is one of the best tips for all of us to learn to become great investor. You see, T Sirichai was born in Penang, Malaysia in 1954. And he started out as a newspaper folder for the Times newspaper. And that's a national newspaper in Malaysia. And after working for the factory for a while, he managed to become a journalist. And that's really where his career started. And that career spans 17 years. First in Malaysia, then he migrated to Hong Kong to become a financial journalist. But by the age of 36, he switched career and went into the equity fund management industry. He rose through the rank quite quickly, and within 4 years, by the age of 40, he left his job to start his own fund management company, together with a partner in Hong Kong called Yen Vini. The firm was named Value Partners because T Sirichai was strongly influenced by Warren Buffett and the value investing style. Value Partners was extremely successful and went on to become one of the largest fund management firms in Hong Kong, and also one with one of the best track record out there. And so I have studied many interviews of him and also even attended some of the talks that he held when he was in the region. And some of the insight he talked about is very important for us if we too want to become great investors. So number one is to become a great investor. There are already many books talking about maybe the importance of valuing a company, finding one that's undervalued and one with maybe economic moat. But I think one of the most important factor has to be what T Sirichai talked about in one of his interviews. He was basically explaining what is the number one reason for his fund when they make mistake. And he said that if you isolate the mistake of Value Partners, the single largest reason we find is our poor judgment of management integrity and quality. So basically, we thought that the guy was honest, but he turned out to be a crook. That's a very valuable insight, and because I think that by understanding the management and the character of the management is so important and yet so seldom talked about. Buffett also talked about this when he explained that investing is like finding a business partner. You must find the business and management you want to be associated with. Even his mentor, Benjamin Graham, talked about this as well when he said that investing is most intelligent-like when it's most business-like. So in finding a business partner, his most crucial aspect is to find someone that you can trust. So no matter how great the business is, if the management has an objective that is not aligned with minority shareholders, we're going to get screwed one way or the other. And next, number two, is another interesting point he made was that being a great investor is hard. We really need to spend a lot of time and effort to become good at it. However, if we assume that once we become great investor, we're going to be great fund managers and be able to invest money for other people as well. And that would be a grave mistake. T Sirichai basically said that being a great investor is kind of like being a great cook. So just because we're good at cooking doesn't mean that we can run a restaurant. And according to him, to become successful to run a fund management company, it includes other skill sets like being a driven entrepreneur, being a good fundraiser, being a good business operator, and also being a good motivator, especially for your team. So this will become very useful to us when we decide to invest maybe through a fund manager. We must not assume that just because we met someone who is a great cook, he or she is going to be able to run a Michelin star restaurant. And finally, above all, the best thing that I learned from T Sirichai is his approach to life. He explained that in hiring, he would much rather hire someone with a good character but no investing skill, compared to someone who has good investing skill but a bad character. And Buffett also emphasized this when he said that during hiring, he wants to look for three things: energy, integrity, and intelligence. And if someone has no integrity, we don't want them to be energetic and smart. That would be a very dangerous combination. We want them to be lazy and dumb instead. And we can really use this for ourselves as well. Sure, we might not be able to change how smart we are, but we can change how we want to approach our life. To Dato Sirichai, the two most important thing is always, number one, to be a learner. Always strive to know more. In fact, Chia even changed his official signature to the word learn to remind himself to never stop learning, because there's always more to learn. And number two is to be humble and don't have an ego. He coined the term stupid smart, and that really means that we have to assume ourselves as stupid and trying to find out more from the others. And in this way, we'll be able to learn more things and become smart. But if we constantly think of ourselves as smart, we might not learn anything at all. And that will in turn slowly make us stupid. So that's the secret I learned from great investors like Dato Sirichai, who has found success in both the market and in life. So I hope that that will be useful for you in your investing journey and your life as well. Till we meet again, my name is Stanley. Invest safely.